The Vanishing of the Springfield 3.
Visuals: dark, grainy footage of a quiet suburban street at night with eerie synth music fading in. Slow zoom on a modest house, lights flickering. Text overlay: Springfield, Missouri, June 7th, 1992. Imagine this. It's a warm summer night in a small American town. The crickets are humming, the streets are still, and inside one unassuming house, 3 women are about to vanish, without a trace. No screams, no signs of a struggle, just gone. This is the story of the Springfield 3, Cheryl Levitt, Susie Streeter, and Stacy McCall, a case that's haunted Missouri for over 3 decades. A case that still has no answers. Welcome to one of the most baffling mysteries in true crime history. Buckle up, because this one's going to keep you up at night. Let's dive in. Visuals transition: black and white photos of Cheryl, Susie, and Stacy smiling with a slow piano melody. Text: who were the Springfield 3? But before we get to that fateful night, let's meet the women at the heart of this mystery. Because to understand their disappearance, we need to know who they were and what their lives were like in Springfield, Missouri in 1992. Who were the Springfield 3? Visuals: archival footage of 1990s. Springfield: small-town diners, high school football games, and suburban homes, intercut with family photos of the 3 women. Springfield, Missouri, in the early 90s was the kind of place where everyone knew their neighbors. A city of about 140,000, nestled in the Ozarks, it was proud of its close-knit community, its churches, and its all-American vibe. But beneath that wholesome surface, something dark was brewing. Let's start with Cheryl Levitt. Cheryl was 47, a single mother, and a successful hairdresser who ran her own salon. Friends described her as warm, hard-working, and fiercely independent. She had short blonde hair, a bright smile, and a knack for making her clients feel like family. Cheryl lived at 1717 East Delmar Street, a modest ranch-style home she'd bought to start fresh after a divorce. Her pride and joy: her daughter, Susie Streeter. Susie was 19, fresh out of Kickapoo High School, class of 1992. She was a free spirit with a rebellious streak, known for her long, dark hair and infectious laugh. Susie had just graduated that day, June 6, 1992, and was ready to take on the world. She was living with her mum, figuring out her next steps, maybe college, maybe something else. And then there's Stacy McCall, also 19, Susie's best friend. Stacy was the golden girl, blonde, athletic, and sweet-natured. She'd graduated alongside Susie and was planning to attend college in the fall. Stacy's family was tight-knit, and she was the kind of person who lit up a room. That night, she was with Susie, celebrating their big milestone. Visuals: photos of Cheryl at her salon, Susie in her graduation cap, Stacy cheering at a game. Slow zoom on a map of Springfield, pinpointing Delmar Street. June 6, 1992, was a day of celebration. Susie and Stacy were riding the high of graduation, attending parties, laughing with friends, and dreaming about the future. Cheryl, ever the supportive mom, was at home, probably waiting to hear all about her daughter's night. But by the next morning, all 3 would be gone, erased from their own home like they'd never existed. How does that even happen? Let's set the scene. The night they vanished. Visuals: reenactment: 2 young women laughing in a car driving through Springfield at night. Cut to a quiet house, a woman, Cheryl, locking the door. Ominous music builds. It's late on June 6, 1992. Susie and Stacy are out partying, hopping between graduation celebrations. They start at a friend's house, then head to a local hangout, maybe grabbing food at a 24-hour diner. They're young, carefree, living their best lives. Around 2 a.m., they decide to crash at Cheryl's house on Delmar Street. Stacy calls her mom, Janice McCall, to say she's staying over, something she rarely did. Janice thinks nothing of it. It's just a sleepover, right? Meanwhile, Cheryl's at home. She's likely tidying up or watching TV, maybe waiting for Susie to get back. Neighbors later say the street was quiet, no strange cars, no loud noises. Just another Saturday night in Springfield. By 2:15 a.m., Susie and Stacy pull into the driveway. Their cars, a blue Dodge Coronet and a red Ford Escort, are parked outside. They head inside, probably giggling, maybe planning to crash on the couch or Susie's bed. Cheryl's there, maybe saying goodnight. The door locks, the lights dim, and then nothing. Visuals. Clock ticking, fading to black. Text overlay. June 7th, 1992, morning. Slow pan of an empty house. Beds made, purses on the counter, a TV left on. The next morning, the world wakes up, but Cheryl, Susie, and Stacy don't. Around 9 a.m., a friend, Janelle Kirby, stops by to pick them up for a planned trip to a water park in Branson. She knocks. No answer. The door's unlocked, which is odd. Janelle steps inside, calling out. Silence. The house feels wrong. Janelle notices their purses lined up in the kitchen, keys and wallets inside. Susie's and Stacy's cars are still in the driveway. Cheryl's cigarettes, a chain smoker's lifeline, are on the counter. The TV's on, static flickering. The beds are made, untouched. But one thing stands out, a broken porch light. Glass shards are scattered on the ground, and the bulb's gone. Janelle sweeps it up, thinking it's no big deal. She has no idea she's tampering with a crime scene. Visuals. Reenactment of Janelle sweeping glass, looking confused. Cut to police photos of the house, purses, cigarettes, a dog left behind. Janelle calls Stacy's mom, Janice, who rushes over. By noon, the house is buzzing with friends and family, all searching for answers. Cheryl's little Yorkie, Cinnamon, is pacing, anxious. Someone notices a strange detail. The answering machine has a message. It's garbled, maybe a prank, maybe something more. They erase it. Another mistake. By evening, the police are called, but 12 hours have passed and the scene's been trampled. The Springfield 3 are officially missing. The investigation begins. Visuals. Archival news clips from 1992, police cars outside the house, reporters swarming. Text. Springfield Police Department, June 1992. The Springfield Police Department dives in, but they're already behind. The house is a mess. Dozens of people have walked through, touching everything. Fingerprints are useless. The broken porch light? No bulb is found. The answering machine message? Gone. Still, detectives piece together what they can. The timeline is tight. Susie and Stacy were last seen at 2:15 a.m. Cheryl was likely home all night. No signs of forced entry, no blood, no struggle. Their purses with money and IDs are untouched. Cheryl's jewelry, including a valuable ring, is still there. The only oddity besides the porch light is the TV left on and those untouched beds. It's like the women were plucked from the house in an instant. Visuals. Detective sketches. A map of Springfield with pins marking key locations. Cut to interviews with police, archival or reenacted. Police start interviewing everyone, friends, exes, neighbors. Susie's ex-boyfriend, Dustin Reckler, raises eyebrows. He'd had a rocky breakup with Susie and was involved in a vandalism incident at a cemetery which Susie had reported to police. Could he have been angry enough to act? Dustin's questioned, but his alibi checks out. Then there's Cheryl's past. As a single mum, she'd dated a few men, some less than savory. One client from her salon, a man with a criminal record, is looked at closely. Nothing sticks. Stacy's life seems squeaky clean. No enemies, no drama. The police are stumped. Days turn to weeks. Flyers with the women's faces plaster Springfield. The FBI gets involved and tips flood in, over 5,000 in the first year. Someone reports seeing a green van near Delmar Street that night, driven by a man with a beard. Another tip claims the women were spotted at a diner, but it's a dead end. The case grows colder by the day. Visuals, missing posters, a sketch of the green van, a tip hotline number flashing. One chilling detail emerges. A witness, a neighbor, says she saw Susie's car pull out of the driveway around 3 a.m., driven by a man. She couldn't see his face, and the police can't verify it. Was it a lead or a red herring? And why was the porch light broken? Was it a lure to get someone outside? The questions pile up, but answers are nowhere.
Theories and suspects. Visuals, split-screen graphics showing Theory 1, Theory 2, etc. Dark, moody reenactments of each scenario. Let's talk theories, because this case has spawned dozens. Here are the 5 most compelling ones, based on police reports, tips, and true crime discussions. Grab a notebook, because you're going to want to weigh in. Theory 1. A targeted abduction. What if someone knew Cheryl, Susie, or Stacy and had a motive? Maybe an ex, a client, or someone holding a grudge? The lack of forced entry suggests the women let their abductor in, or he had a key. Susie's reporting of her ex's vandalism could have sparked revenge. But why take all 3? And where's the evidence? Theory 2. A random serial killer. The early 90s saw serial killers like Jeffrey Dahmer and Ted Bundy in the headlines. Could a predator have been passing through Springfield, targeting a random house? The green van sighting fuels this theory, but no known serial killer matches the timeline or MO. Theory 3. A botched burglary. Maybe someone broke in to rob the house, not expecting 3 people inside. Panicking, they took the women to avoid witnesses. The broken porch light could have been an accident during entry. But why leave the purses and jewelry? Theory 4. A connection to organized crime. Springfield wasn't immune to drug trafficking or mob activity in the 90s. Some speculate Cheryl or Susie witnessed something they shouldn't have, like a deal gone wrong. Were they silenced? This theory's shaky, as none of the women had clear ties to crime. Theory 5. They left voluntarily. The least likely but still discussed. Did the women leave on their own? Maybe Susie wanted to escape her small-town life, and Cheryl and Stacy went along. But why leave everything behind? And why no contact since? This one feels like a stretch. Visuals, reenactments, a shadowy figure at the door, a van speeding away, police digging in a field. Text, what do you think? Now, let's talk suspects. Over the years, a few names have surfaced. Robert Craig Cox, a convicted kidnapper, lived in Springfield in 1992. He's bragged about knowing what happened, claiming the women are buried where no one will find them. But Cox is a known liar, and no evidence ties him directly. Another name, Gerald Carnahan, a local businessman later convicted of murder. He was active in Springfield at the time, but again, no solid link. The green van driver? A sketch was released, but no one's been identified. Every lead feels like a dead end. Visuals. Mugshots of Cox, a sketch of the van driver, news clips of police searches. One wild card. In 1997, a tip led police to a hospital parking lot in Springfield. A psychic, yes, a psychic, claimed the women were buried there. Ground-penetrating radar showed anomalies, but digging was halted due to cost and skepticism. In 2007, another tip pointed to a farm in Webster County. Nothing was found. The case remains a labyrinth of what-ifs. The aftermath and legacy. Visuals. Modern-day Springfield. The house on Delmar Street. Blurred for privacy. Interviews with Janice McCall. Archival or reenacted. Today, the Springfield 3 case is one of America's most enduring mysteries. Cheryl would be in her 70s, Susie and Stacy in their 50s. Janice McCall, Stacy's mom, has never stopped searching. She's attended every press conference, followed every tip, and kept her daughter's face in the news. "I just want to know what happened," she said. The case has changed Springfield. Neighbours lock their doors now. The community rallies every year, holding vigils, sharing flyers. Online, Reddit and X buzz with theories, some plausible, some outlandish. Was it a cover-up, a police mistake, or just a perfect crime? Visuals. Candlelight vigil. Social media screenshots, a timeline of the case, 1992 to 2025. In 2025, the case is still active. The Springfield Police Department keeps a dedicated tip line, 4178-641810. Advances in DNA and forensics give hope, but time is the enemy. Evidence degrades. Witnesses die. Memories fade. Yet, someone out there knows something. Maybe it's you. Call to action and Slab TV mention. Visuals. Slow pan of the Delmar Street house at dusk, fading to a black screen with text, "If you know something, say something." Eerie music swells, then softens. The vanishing of Cheryl Levitt, Susie Streeter and Stacey McCall is more than a mystery. It's a wound that won't heal. 3 women, 3 lives, stolen in the blink of an eye. If you're watching this and know anything, even the smallest detail, call the Springfield Police. You could be the key to solving this. And hey, what's your theory? Was it a random predator, a personal vendetta, or something we haven't even thought of? Drop it in the comments below, and let's keep this conversation going. If you want more true crime mysteries that'll make your skin crawl, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. We're diving into cases like this every week, and you won't want to miss it. Oh, and a huge shout out to our friends at Slab TV for inspiring us to dig deeper into cases like this one. Check out their channel for more gripping stories that'll keep you glued to your screen. Until next time, stay curious and maybe lock your doors. Visuals. Subscribe button animation, Slab TV logo, placeholder graphic. Fade to black with tip line number and in memory of Cheryl, Susie and Stacey.